So welcome everyone. Enough respect to everyone who's been following my blog, and giving me a straight support. And kind of give me the energy, keep on pushing harder on the journey and the things that I'm trying to do, right? So I guess yeah, print up on the platinum stuff, but that's just platinum. Yeah, I still remember small people. So we got our small people that's beneath the bottom to get a similar service. And yes, we have two different type of switchers now because one was created for subscriber and one was also created for the network itself. And we get into all that bunch of stuff still, right? So that's where we gonna jump in right now. This is a video editor and a switcher mixer. Okay. Okay. We have a bunch of noise, a noise thing happening in Jamaica. Like when we up and things like that. Okay, we're gonna bring this guy over here. Right, so we want that in the general area where we doing our stuff. I will bring you guys all this new stuff. Okay, we got more. So we're gonna jump in from this end right here. And so we are here at SMTVS.com. So we're gonna try to start the blog off. I know you guys just saw that thing that I did, but I just got finished working on everything. Well, when I want time with the AI, man, because the reposting up the same message still burns out the credit, and the AI getting stuff wrong and putting stuff there and here and there. In the last half, I sat down and I was using Google prompt to do a lot of prompting, and I just stopped and said, okay, I opened my notepad, and I open my notepad and I start writing out some things in a simple fashion. Because you build the things, but it's over there and it's over here and it's there and it's at the wrong place and all that kind of stuff, All right, let's go over here. So this is like a journey where this was originally had this name on it, but we had to separate it because you created the surveillance thing, something like this. So we started thinking, this AI is thinking about everything being TV. So we went further and said, okay. So at the same time, let me find something here. Okay. The AI made a mistake and wiped out the original switcher. And this is a video board and something seemed like a switcher. Right? Okay. And therefore, the other one was built. But I then took back that design and brought it back down on my desktop and added the screen to this mixer right here that wasn't really originally there. Okay? So I went to bed last night. And when I went to bed last night, you see this one loom, the right light is red, so you know it's really working. You understand? Yes, it's working. You see? It's no play thing. Okay, this is SMTVS Star Media guys, I'm so bad. Let me introduce to you guys Star Media Television Studio Control Center. Right? Where we take care of our editing, and it's a non-liner editing system. Right? Okay, you guys? So that's what's going on, right? We have no camera plugging at the moment, but if we plug up some cameras now, we'll be able to get all the live. Like we get all the lives right here. 4 cameras can plug up right now, and then they'll come in, and then we can do what we're doing in the editor and all this other effects and stuff, right? We got Hollywood effects, and all that stuff, right? And then we can, and we incorporated back our library, right? And our animation that we may want to lock with a movie, and we're going to put more into that. And we still got our TV title thing. So we still keep it up, and we made a hybrid. So check that. You see the way we are creating equipment? And that's another breakthrough for me to actually go back and say to the agent, well, you see that thing you create right there? Clone it for me. So now I got into my mind, whoa, that is it. We have the factory, and they got to rebuild the stuff in the factory, and the AI got to rebuild the factory. So when I'm done completing the site, we'll talk to the AI about all this stuff right here to wrap it into codes. So when it's wrapped in a code, and you go to like the design tool, so you want to design a recording studio for yourself, or you want to design a video studio for yourself, right? You can just press that button and get the standard. And when you get the standard, you can talk to the AI and tweak it to the type of video studio that you want or the type of audio studio that you want for your production company. So when we talk about empowerment, so yes, to be like a partner, you get a lot of stuff. And when you get the enterprise, the big top-notch partner business, you get to like literally come in and have you build your own recording studio the way you really want it. Design plugins and stuff, and be a part of the design family at smtvs.com, right? And if you are in AI development and all that stuff too, this is a place. Any software that download into machines, the same thing. We have development tool to cover all that grounds here. So, yes. So we have this switcher for our network, right? And then we have this one for our users. We're going to finish up some stuff on this, but we had to jump off of this and go here and add the agent. So, like, I burn my credit and thing, and I feel really satisfied because, guys, I built this, and it's working. You know what I mean? And it's working. You know what I mean? I need to put on I have a thing around here that you can put on one camera, but I need to get me a breakout box that I can have 4 in. Well, soon I'm going to get the AI design me a schematic, and I could get one printed someplace. So now from here, the output, which is one is preview, and this is over here is live. So this is the output screen. But this output screen is supposed to be connected to this output screen here. So what we are seeing on the inside of the studio is being, understand? Now there is other things that I thought about on the live, so we get into that, how these live buttons are connected. So we try to move further in the video and stuff. Okay, and we covered that ground, right? So let's cover this ground. We updated the video editor, right? And I still have to do some more work with the video editor. So, and we have to arrange this somehow more better. But we'll think of that when the time comes around. And think about these words being like this on the AI assistant, video assistants right here, right? Because all our tools have AI assistants. And if there's some of them still need some AI assistant moving into it, like I think the multi-track recorder system, I've not got around to that. Okay, so move along the line now. Okay, this is our. Okay, so last night we see it still remembers from yesterday. If I don't call a new channel or something, it's just going to still remember. And every time we load, it's going to be there. And this is where we started to get into saying making a 3D control system, right? And we started having some stuff. And the AI is getting better, right? So we have this is recording, we can record one track now, so we have multi-track we can load and we can play some. So we work out some multi-track function here and let it sit. And all those multi-track function, and we're going to come back to this and finish working out the whole function with this. Because we had a vibe, where the AI had me going through until we got the AI when I play this, right? Okay. So now I can play a multi-track. You understand? We can load and play a multi-track in it. And you can still record it, but the recording thing is that you press this and then you record. So now we're going to work on a universal control system that actually does that. And we also going to add a monitor button so you can monitor the headphone and all that. We're going to work that out in this studio this is where we start every recording because AI is doing stuff and I'm like, whoa, all the other studios still need to try to hook up this and that for the recording. Listen, let me work on the file that I gave to the AI, right? So this is like the free studio for people to come over and use for free. Okay. On a free plan. Okay, so over here is a bit more on the bigger side, because this is a multi-track audio and video studio. Okay, and you see right here. So even when I'm in the video studio, I spoke to the AI and said, build me an editor like how you see this editor here. It is just one canvas housing both video and audio. Right? So we're going to show you something when we get over to the video one anyways. Did we pass the video? Let's go back. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's watch this. Audio, video. But don't mind. Next time I talk to in the session, we was trying to, and we said it to the AI that you should do this to the video studio, but the AI concentrate on the new bill. And this button right here need to be fixed. And a lot of stuff, well, it's kind of easy now. Now I know I can tell the AI that, okay, clone this for me. So now we got a bunch of effect box and stuff in the next studio. So I'm going to point them over to the AI in there and say, take those effects, and make a clone of all those effects and bring them into the studio over here for me. Because I see now I can really do that. Right? Okay. And it's going to be so good for our virtual instrument factory. Right? You know what I mean? Mad thing, man. Oh, let's go back here. And we're not even going to do this. So the AI now still need to have a little thing together. You know what I'm saying? You know, AI still need to, we got to talk about that. Like when we do this and we have this here, we need to have those things like that. We don't need to, you know what I mean? And these need to be draggable. So these are the things that's going on. We're still working on this one right here too, right? So now I'm going to definitely work with the AI with this control to bring some real world control in. And we sort of start reaching there. So we know, but I said nothing to the AI about that. Because when I literally, if you ever say like, you pray to somebody, and we had the AI reduce the control here too. So the control can't really see, the meter's already really happening, right? But so we just need to have everything, all the pipeline, them hook up. We got to wire the studio. And you know, it's funny thing, when we as a kid and we have a wire, then we have wire amplifier and box together. And it's the same thing in the technical thing. We have a wire, so the studio build, but we have to wire it and thing. And wire up the recording and all them something that's still. Just like we wired up this right here, so it works. So we spend a lot of credit in wiring up this, because when I got there, I said, listen, we're going to do this thing, and when we do this thing, you know what I mean, David, we're going to make sure, say, that the AI do the whole job, you know what I mean, not skimp on everything. So, you know, this is our goal, right, and we definitely charging people studio time, and a lot of stuff, yes, but as you can see, we're charging people studio time for modern studio that we are creating that will be AI controlled and fully up for you to do a lot of stuff. And I just showed you a little white studio that I'm working on for free. And then the multi-track video audio studio is for other bigger things in the media. Right? Okay, so we still working on the dark world studio because, okay, originally the AI created that studio. And I talked to you guys, I said, one day I'm going to get the AI to change it because I don't know what the AI is doing. Okay? So I downloaded a bunch of image of workstation online and thing and try to get the AI to see one, he didn't see it. One to see another one, him didn't see it. I literally said, please, can you do this for me? You know what I mean? And now we got to talk to the AI. When you touch a channel, it shows you only did it in one anyway, and it's not doing it on the next one. because then in the image that I give the AI, one of these channels was on a selection. So I got to explain that next time. Say the one that's selected look different color. That's when a channel is selected. So if you go to every channel and when you select a channel, that's what happened. Okay, but trust me, we're building, guys. We're gonna build it to blow them bad. You know what I'm saying? And these are all the AI stuff up here. Export stuff is there, right? And okay, that's taking out the mixer and putting the mixer back in, right? Okay. And these are the AI stuff, right? You can generate music, right? Music video. And we need to use this more. Well, we have Hollywood in our box, and some things is going to have a couple of API over there. And trust me, man, one of the company who try for them API 700, so we have to have come later, 700 US. So we have to say later for that. I got two. And Google's supposed to be free, so I'm still trying to get Google API for some things too. And we're going to put those in. So while we was designing, Google AI gave me a prompt to give to the AI that we can really install those other API later. And if it's an API that we're paying for, that means when we do that is when you can hum human melody and text. You know, that means we have the money to do that, right? Help is not in yet. Window, right? Right, all the stuff. Okay, so, okay, all the stuff that we went through, audio devices, and MIDI mapping, and them things still. So, yeah, insert. So insert. Okay, so you guys remember I showed you. So we do that. We can put our channel in, right? So remember we showed you that big thing, and I said, God, I gotta get this AI to deal with this thing, man. And I said I wanted the keyboard, right? And now we can change the waves. You know, we're gonna add more. You know, as we go along. So, as a musician, you know the thing. We're gonna try to see what we get up here. A bass, right? Sub bass. I don't know if we're gonna get that. Okay, so the next step in this virtual piece of equipment that I'm designing is that now we're gonna definitely lock the MIDI map into it, and so I can plug the keyboard in, and then you can use your keyboard to actually play songs and everything. See what I'm saying? So, oh, we got the stir side over here, but I'm gonna have the AI to take this right here and flip it over here on the next side, and flip this stuff over here over on the other side. You know what I mean? I got kind of weird. So yes, we did improve much on the interface, and I wrote please too in the prompt. Please, can you do this to me? After having so much trial and error with the doggone sentiment, I have a ball please like you're begging, and when I finally got it, it looked okay. I'm like, it's all right, it's good, but here what you're gonna do for me now? Turn it into 3D. And so we got this, okay? And so this is our Dark Gold Studio. And you know, we talked about it earlier. If we're building top-notch enterprise stuff for people, and you're gonna charge these monies right here for studio, the studio have to be a real studio. And who better can build a studio than but a musician or someone that's involved in music for quite a while? Okay, so when we got here and we talked about stuff like the cinema stuff. Yeah, it is right. That's the right one. But now we need to add a new one, right? And the new one we need to add is for not this guy, but for this guy right here. Okay, so we were talking about the APIs. So I still need to get Google API right here, and the Kindling and all these one that's right here, right? So, but I got this one and I got this one, and then of course I have my own API. See, right? That's a live external API gateway, and that's my own, right? SMTVS AI engine. So when I just clicked on the first video thing that I have, that's like we created that, So voice command, all right, we got voice command, and we have a studio here, I'm gonna ask that next time the AI come to make this area also 3D for me. You know what I mean? And you can do a lot of stuff. You can load things inside of it, right? But actually, you're actually talking to the AI, right? That kind of way. And you can type stuff too, right? Okay. And we will improve more on it because we got a lot of stuff down here you could probably get body motion, a lot of that stuff available to us now through those APIs. And you can definitely create like some little movies. What you call right now it's creating like some little shorts movie, right? And I haven't got the chance yet to really like work with it, but just to show you guys what we achieved so far. Okay, and we talk about this area here. Pretty much like on my credit done now. I'm going to start use more on apps builder and try build some little apps to just test out the system to make sure it can build apps too and see what it does and see if everything that we requested, that when we use it build our apps, the app's supposed to be automatically saved on the window beneath it. So that's another journey. Now we can jump over and talk about Builder's Edge. So we try to have everything on the site now, and we're going to finish up Builder's Edge and everything, and AI is going to run this company and mainly doing the marketing and the ads in different social networks so we can get work to the company and we can send contractors there. We have a contractor thing that's happening there, and we're going to have a group in there for contractors. So I'm just sort of talking to you guys and looking through the list, right? And we have stuff like integration, and we still have the VR studio and media converter, and that's not up. And I got in the place that need to be placed. So we're not really jumping back and forth on stuff that you already seen, but I'm still sort of just looking on the list, right? So there are a lot of things happening at smtvs.com, right? So you have to like keep coming back and checking my blog, right? And see the new things that we create. So, I'm doing this as I'm going over. We'll talk about these tools right here. And all these tools right here is coming soon, right? And also communication tool. We have one, teleops. The only one that's up and going is teleops, right? And we did some work on teleops. Of course, when I did that, we were supposed to get this. And when you're in SMTVS website, you can go to the teleops web page, right? And let's put in one of the backup. And it's the video calling or audio call. You now can create groups inside there. And you can search your chat and everything, right? And you can send attachment, right? And emojis that's not in right now. And when you're going to send a message, you can also use the mic, just like WhatsApp. So we have to wire that into the system as well. So those things are not wired, right? Okay. Communication, analytic program, market. Right. right, you guys. So, right. So this one is coming soon, right? And we have the Luna Builder, right, to build websites. So HR tool, and we got our media tools. So now these tools gotta like get the overdone. Cause we do have the studio where we just going right there, and the workstation like that, which was dark world workstation. So he's gotta decide which one it is. Remove the workstation, leave dark world workstation. You know. So and that don't need to be inside of the shop because we are, you know what I'm saying? Okay. No, the old switch are not working, so we won't even look at that. And yeah. So the Photoshop is not yet up, but I'm gonna go look for it later and see if they even made it. All right. And they're supposed to bring up the Hollywood. Next time I go back, I'm saying connect the Hollywood one to that when you click on Hollywood thing. So yes, thanks if you're here and viewing the blog. We have much more things to put in the site, and refine the site more, right? So thanks for viewing my blog, and we'll be having more service available on the front end as you come into the site, right? And you have a bunch of free tools that you can go through, right? And of course, when you're inside, you have a bunch of free entertainment from Creator TV. It's more something similar to a YouTube TV that our creators create and put their stuff there, right? Okay. And you can come hang out and leave a line or two in the community. We may develop this community in our way, give it its own menu, its own sidebar and everything, and take out the workspace, push SMTV over there, or even the name of the community, yeah, and it's our core community. So you can come here and even if you're not, which purpose, you know, you're not a creator, yeah, you still can do a thing or two. So we're still concentrating and still turning this white, you know. Not say I don't like red or the blue or whatnot, right? But, wow, you can't have everything black. You have to have I believe in a uniform thing. So if you focus on any of these pages like this, you see the way this page are bright? So we don't need to jump into a black page. We need to always jump into pages like this to keep the look, consistency of the look of the page, right? And when we have the editor that's connected to right back here. You can come here, you can create your channel, upload your video and stuff like that into your free bin, okay? And then when you're ready to do more than just have a little regular small video stuff, you want to create some movie or small movie video, you can definitely come here. And in the future, when you even want to go further, then we'll bring you here. So you can have this too, okay? And there will be a version of it, something similar to this. So it'll be also a version of this. Well, this is enterprise still, corporate enterprise, for someone who has their own private TV studio and things like that. So we're going to come out and leave, and we got a lot of stuff right here. You know, one thing I never got in, we didn't get in effects, like audio effects that we can add, that we had in the original one. So, yes, and this is channel 1, 2, 3, right? And so all this is like the switcher, you know. We have a serious, look at here. We got a real, well, where we could simulate back real world video controls, directions, and all that stuff. So, yeah, Well, with this, I thought of today that, well, I have a 50-inch screen, so I guess I got to blow it up bigger, magnify it up. All right, so you guys take care.